y'all, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, sorry if it's loud, but I thought I would take you guys through my afternoon with me and also share with you guys some tips as to how you can easily adapt to a new team. I know I've been getting that question a lot, and I am adapting to my new work environment and my new team. If you missed that in my life update, go ahead and find out what I'm talking about and then come back to this video. So you guys, one of the first things that I'm going to tell you with adapting to a new team, before anything, it's about yourself. It's about your attitude. You need to have a positive attitude going into this. You need to have your attitude needs to be one of someone who is willing to learn and grow, because if you go in it with a negative Nancy attitude, the experience is going to be 10 times worse for you. So go in it with a positive attitude and just go in it ready to learn. Like, pretend that you don't know anything. Literally pretend like you don't know anything and you are learning and starting from square one. That's going to help you a lot. And I'm not saying that you're not going to bring your skills to the table, because you will, but that's going to come over time. That's going to come once you have learned how your team or how your new employer does things. I can give you guys an example for myself. At the new firm that I'm working at, as much as they're similar to my previous firms, there is another level to it. So even my email skills, I think in one of my vlogs I shared to you guys about like what I do with email writing. Emails are taken super seriously, and especially when you're communicating with a client, because it's showing the characteristics and the reputation of the firm. So therefore, like with emails, I had to learn how to rewrite emails. I had to learn certain things with email writing, with triple checking my work. When it comes to report writing, there was things that I did that my team didn't do, so I needed to quickly adapt. So that's what I'm saying by pretend like you're starting from square one, and then as time goes on, you start bringing your skills to the table. You're not going to be able to work well with people if you do not know their work style, especially in this work from home environment. You really need to learn your team. So something that I did, and then I make sure I do, is get to know who am I working with. I want to try to remember their names on a first name basis if possible. When it comes to my team, I need to know. I write down who the manager is, who the senior is, who the other staff is, who the partner is, whatever it may be. Even if you're not in client facing, but you want to know who your team is. Who are the people that you're going to be relying on and who are going to be relying on you. Take time to check in on them. This is my personal thing. And I think that this has helped make a difference between my connections in jobs that I still have contacts with people that I no longer work with today. Talk to the people. In the morning, if you are in a remote environment, in the morning, just send them a message on Slack, on Teams, on Skype, whatever it may be. Just say, hey, how was your weekend? Hey, how was whatever, like, how was your night? Hey, like, I saw you working late. Is everything okay? How can I be of help to you to make sure that you're not working that late tonight? Like, things like that, little messages like that make a difference. And obviously you're going to gauge the personality of people. Not everyone is happy-go-lucky. Not everyone is going to be your friend at work, which is perfectly fine, because 99% of the people you work with are not your friends. Just let me get that clear and out of the way. You don't want to be overly friendly, but you want to gauge who it is that can become your friend or that can become your ally. It's important to make those kind of connections and get to know them. Put time on people's calendar on your team, whether it's going to be during lunchtime, whether it's going to be like a 5-minute, 10-minute check-in. That's something that I didn't used to really do before, and I have learned that it's important that I do. And I just check in. I know I'm about to start this assignment or this task, but before I do, can we just connect for 5 to 10 minutes so that I can make sure I have down everything that I know I'm supposed to do. And even during the task, I tell you guys time and time again, write down your questions, write down your questions, write down your questions. You're not bothering people every 5 seconds. You can send them an email with detailed questions, and then take some time on their calendar for you to go question by question and have them answer. That's actually something that I did yesterday. So I'm working on a socks client, and I had questions for this one control owner. And before going back to the control owner, because it's been a little bit of a back and forth, but before doing it, I took the time. I went through all of the controls that I was having questions on. I detailed the list of my questions out, and then I met with my manager. We sat down for about like 15 minutes, just talked through my questions, because my manager has been on this client longer than me, obviously, so he knows more. We went through the questions, and I was able to draft my email properly to the client, getting my questions out in a clear manner. So those are things that I mean when I say, like, get to know your team, so that you can get to know how to best communicate and function with them. So that is something that I think is valuable and important. And from there, you're going to gauge who are the people that are talkative and who are the people who are willing to take time out of their schedule to help you versus the people who are not. And those people who are not, especially if there's somebody on your core team, but that's something that I would call out sooner rather than later to like HR or somebody on your team and say, hey, like, I've tried reaching out to this person multiple times and they just don't seem willing to help me, and I'm new here and I really want to thrive and do my best, but I can't do that if my team members are not willing to take time out of their day to help me. The only way that you're going to grow in your career, the only way that you're going to succeed is when you have other people guiding you and helping you. And then from there, that's when you are putting in the work. That's when you're putting into practice everything that you are learning from them. So, and then the other thing that comes with learning how to navigate a new team is communication. Communication is key. So when I started off my career, baby Nicole, fresh out of college, you know, I did not know how to communicate. I did not know what was the proper way to communicate. And especially being a minority, I was just a yes girl. I said yes to everything and everything. I'm still kind of a yes girl, but I have a strategy now, which I do. If I'm asked to do something, I say, yes, I can do it as my schedule permits. Or I say, hey, I don't have time to do it today, but I believe tomorrow I can gauge my schedule and carve out time for it. And I also ask questions as to like, hey, when is this task due? What is the priority? I never used to ask these kind of questions in the beginning of my career. I just dumped all this work on my shoulders and on my head, and I'll be burnt out. And that is not the best way to approach things. So I would say communication is key. Communicate, ask questions. When you are asked to do a task, take that time to say, hey, I just want to reiterate, this is what is asked of me. Am I in line with what you're telling me to do? Or hey, I don't know how to do this. Can you please walk me through or guide me through or guide me somewhere or to someone that can help me? 9 times out of 10, there is somebody in your team or within your network of your firm that has done what it is that you're asked to do and that can help you. And that's something that I'm super appreciative so far with the team that I'm working on. So I'm in internal audit. And I will be sharing more as I gain comfort. I know I've been asked a lot of questions, but y'all, it's coming. I just want to learn a little bit more before I can come to you guys and tell you more things as to how my experience has been going. But I can say on my team, it's been really helpful. Like, we have clear places where things are documented. Previous year things have been documented that I can go back and refer to. If I have a question on, hey, how do I write a report or how do I write this memo for this client, I have people that I can reach out to. They send me their examples and I can leverage that and then turn it into my own work. So that's where I say you are using your team, but then your skills are also coming into play with it. So communicate, ask questions. If you're going to be out of office, just tell them. We're all adults now. You know, if you're going to miss some hours during the week, you're going to make it up on the weekend because you are clients, especially if you are client serving. And even if you're not client serving, with remote work nowadays, you can take like 2, 3, 4 hours of your day on a Saturday to finish your work for the week. So that way your entire team is on track to finish things and meet deadlines. Or else I've had also instances where during the day I needed to step away. I just come online after dinner, and it's no longer a hassle for me. When I first started my public accounting career, that was a huge thing that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm working dinners. But as an adult now, as somebody who has now enough experience, I've learned how to navigate that. I'm offline during the day because I need to take care of something for my family, but I am showing my team that I'm online. My emails are still getting sent out. My work is still getting completed on time. And I'm not feeling overwhelmed and I'm not feeling burnt out because I have learned how to plan my schedule and plan my day, and I have learned how to effectively communicate with my team so that everyone is in the clear and no one is like, oh wait, did Nicole say she was going to be on? Is Nicole doing this? Like, no, everyone knows what I'm doing when I'm doing it. I don't get into specifics or details. Like, for example, if I have a doctor's appointment, I don't tell them what doctor's appointment it is for. I just say, hey guys, I'm going to be out of office for 2 hours on a Tuesday, or hey guys, I'm going to be busy during this time. So that is my little advice for you guys as to how to properly navigate a team and how to work effectively with a brand new team. And my family just got here, so I gotta go. Again, I hope this was helpful. As more career questions come in, I will be doing more sit-down videos like this, just impromptu, answering your questions. But I know I have been asked about doing like the difference between working in consulting versus when I was an auditor. Those videos are coming. Again, just please be patient with me, give me a little bit more time. I am still getting more into my role, so those videos will probably come in like starting in the summertime. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.